As Franz Ferdinand sang in 2018, I feel it in the spring sunshine. What do I feel? The need to share news and rumour in Monday Matters, of course, right here on Gary's Stuff. Hello, I'm Gary, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you've been here before. Today indeed is Monday Matters. As is my wont, I'll have a quick catch up with news from headquarters, then I'll have a peek at what's caught my eye in the news of the week. These things are in chapters, should you wish to shuttle backwards and forwards between them. If you enjoyed the show, please do remember, give it the old imperial thumbs up, hit the notification bell and subscribe to the channel. It's free and a great way to show your support. So, what's been happening around here? The first thing I wanted to say was a huge thank you to three of my wonderful viewers. The first is Paul Kerry. Paul was the winner of the raffle for the Airfix 1/24 scale Spitfire, the draw of which was held last week. When I contacted him to get his address, he simply asked me to send the kit to his local hospice so they could use it to raise funds, but not to tell them that it was from him. Well, Paul, I think the chance of anyone there watching this is pretty remote, so I feel fairly comfortable thanking you for your generosity. Next is Barney B, who won Nick's Conundrum in the live stream last Thursday. He said that it was the first thing he'd ever won, but he did it for the fun of it all, and at 73 has no room for anything more. So could Nick please send his prize to Models for Heroes? Again, I just wanted to express my thanks for this very kind gesture, and you'll be happy to know that Nick will throw in a few extra things as well. And finally, there's Mark, known on the chat as 1968 Concord, who very kindly sent me this mug. Gary, the man, the myth, the legend. Mark, it brings a smile to my face whenever I look at it, and it lives in the North Wing here to cheer me up whenever things are getting a bit on top of me. Now, the point I wanted to make is that all of you who watch my channel have helped build a kind of welcoming, kind and supportive community of people to share an interest in this hobby and who are happy to let it do good in the world. It brings me joy every day to know that. Thank you all so very much. So what else has been happening? Well, I finally got my hands on the 1/48 scale Jaguar from Airfix and did a box review of it. Now, overall, it's a good looking kit, but there's a lot of niggling issues and more come to light when you actually start making the thing. So far, it strikes me as a kit that's almost, but not quite, brilliant, and that they've tripped up through some quite strange decisions and by not keeping their proverbial eyes on the ball at all times. I've started to make it. I've made the cockpit so far. I'll try and get at least the first part of the build online later this week. I also published the build of my Eurofighter Typhoon starter set from Airfix. The more perceptive among you will have noticed I've gone for a slightly different scheme to the one on the box. I've gone for the 2024 RF display colours, known as Moggy, and not the all-over grey of the kit itself. To be honest, I probably spent as much time on the paint as I did on building the kit. It's a decent model, pretty straightforward to build, although my one had a warped fuselage, so getting the two halves to join was a bit more of a challenge. It looks good though, and head and shoulders above the old Airfix gift set. Finally, I published a look at ICM's set of unit badges from the Armed Forces of Ukraine in 1/35th scale, a set that comes with a genuine AFU shoulder flash as well. This week, I'm looking at getting on with the Jaguar, obviously, finishing the Mars M52 from Aerocraft and getting on with a couple of other projects. I've got lots to shoot for reviews of kits and products, so I'm going to try to set Mondays entirely aside just for that. Speaking of new things, why don't we look at the news from the big wide world of model making this week. From ICM is the latest in the 1/48 scale Black Hawk series, the MH60L, as used in Operation Gothic Serpent during the Somali Civil War and which inspired the film Black Hawk Down. Also in 1/48 scale, ICM has put together their outstanding Martin B-26 Marauder with the Spitfire Mark 16 and a P-51D Mustang under the name Conquerors of Europe's Sky. There's also a reissue of the MiG-29 913, first released in 2005, now with new JDAM ER bombs and pylons. Now the MiG is an older ICM kit, so has a few challenges, but it could be interesting to build with Ukrainian colours and these new stores. And if you missed ICM's British Army Mobile Chapel last time round, it's been reissued in a box with various figures in 1/35 scale. And finally, as expected, the 1/48 scale set of Marston Mat has now also been released for your World War II aircraft diorama needs. Italeri has released its latest 1/12 scale kit of the Bugatti Type 35B Racer. It comes with a very full engine and interior to capture all the details of this classic car and includes metallised wheels and other parts. Two schemes are provided, one for the car driven by Eliška Junkova in the Targa Fiorio of 1928, and one for the car René Dreyfus took to victory in the Monaco Grand Prix of 1930. Italeri is also reissuing its 1/48 scale Panavia Tornado and the 1/35 scale Abrams M1A1 tanks under the War Thunder brand. Each kit contains special bonuses should you be a War Thunder player. Lemkit has a couple of new rarities. First, the Yak 36, NATO reporting name Freehand. Not so much an attack aircraft as a technology demonstrator, but unusual to see and in 1/32 scale too. Then there is the Kawasaki KR-78 high-speed research aircraft that could reach speeds of around 700 km per hour, 430 miles an hour, when it flew in 1942, here also offered at 1/32 scale. SBS Model has released a CAD image of their latest project, the Supermarine S4 Racer, in 1/72 scale. I reckon it would sell twice as many kits were it to be done in 1/48. Answer has this new 1/72 scale kit of the PZL M18 Dromedar, here as an observation aircraft, but also available as the more familiar Firefighter and Crop Duster. Gecko has released its new toolkit of the Bedford 3-ton General Service Truck, as usual with photo etch parts and a full engine. And it looks good, and I'm sure it's the first of very many variants. Speaking of which, they also have the latest in their range of FV18001 vehicles, known to us as Land Rovers. This is a late model short wheelbase version. Ukrainian company Spala has a new 1/35 scale kit of the FPV drone, carrying a shaped charge warhead from an RPG-7. You get 5 of these in the set, and it could go well with the ICM drone operators set. Triumph Model has this rather wonderful looking 1/700 scale kit of HMS Glorious, the First World War battlecruiser converted into an aircraft carrier, while Orange Model can now offer you the Type 22 destroyer HMS Chatham, also in 1/700 scale. Finally, if you're looking for a bargain airbrush, Gallery is retiring its superb Ace Level GHAC 98 and is offering it with a 0.35mm nozzle and needle at just $39.99. Or you can get it in a dual pack with an additional 0.5mm nozzle and needle for $49.99. These are great prices for a good airbrush I use pretty much on a daily basis. So there it is. I hope you enjoyed the show today. If you did, please do remember, give it the old Imperial thumbs up, hit the notification bell and subscribe to the channel. It's free and a great way to show your support. Thanks very much for watching today. Hope to see you again soon on the channel. Take very good care now and goodbye.